Inshallah, those who will be purified in the day of resurrection, and those who will be purified in the day of resurrection, well, God guides whom He wills. And if you see in the past, when British colonialists spread the evil around the world, and tried to say that evil was real, or evil is real. Even in Arabia, where they set up the Wahhabi movement. Wahhabi movement is inspired by the devil. It's about witchcraft, about looking into the future, about looking to the writing of Messiah, son of David, and it's the devil's curse. At the time they thought it was spread, just as they think, a butterfly fluttering its wings on one side of the world will lead to a hurricane on the other side of the world. So they thought it would lead to something big, but it didn't. Instead, there was, just as in the Zionist state of Israel, when they went to Palestine, they thought something small will trigger something big. But instead, it led to the armament and the militarization of the whole Middle East. Now they can't move. Now they're just stuck there in this small piece of land, small part of land, which used to be a holy land and was preserved, was precinct and beautiful. Now it's just concrete jungle. It's just a concrete jungle, something like that. And well, they can't move. And similarly, when there's a reaction, similarly when the Wahhabi movement started, there was a reaction because what they were trying to say was that Satan's knowledge was greater than Muhammad's. That's what the Deobandis were saying, and all these different groups that sprung up during the time. And there was one group that didn't say that. They said the love of the Prophet Muhammad. The love of Prophet Muhammad. And that was the Barelvis and the Sunni, and they stuck to the Ashari Tariqa, and which was prevalent during the medieval times in most of the Muslim world. So, who will be purified on the day of resurrection? Rashid's Khalifa's family, they were all devout Sunnis, almost like Barelvis, Sufi type people. Same with my family, they're all the Barelvis, Sunni. Now, a lot of the things in Sunnism and in traditional Muslim world is wrong, but it's wrong. Like Salat is wrong. There's a lot of people who believe, like they say, like Zulqarnain tells us, many people who believe in God do not do so without committing idol worship. Most people, it says, most people who believe in God do not do so without committing idol worship. And idol worship is the same which is unforgivable if maintained till death. Now, some say it's idolatry, some say it was a means of necessity, and inshallah, it's about serve the ego, serve the people, serve the devil. Powerlising money, powerlising guns, powerlising boys. You see, the Jews want to burden us, the Christians want to innovate, Christians innovate, secularism and everything. All their practices are innovations. Everything they do is an innovation. But they claim God is love, or God loves them and things like that. Whereas the Muslims, it's about judgment, and they keep on going around saying, well, these people are going to be judged according to this, and this is what the punishment's going to be if you do this or that, and if you do this or that, this is what your punishment's going to be, so you shouldn't do this, so you shouldn't do that. And it's just idolatry, it's just satanic polytheism, and the only thing now the Sunnis are doing is falling into the Zionist trap, which is a schooling about winning souls instead of loving God. Why are they trying to win souls? They think it's a democracy, that they can win the most amount of souls, when they don't even know tomorrow what's going to happen tomorrow, or in 100 years time, or 10 years time, or 50 years time. They don't know. All they've got is witchcraft and sorcery from the jinns who read into the internet and the writings of Sumita. See, none of them can talk to me, yeah? But I'm talking to everyone. Because they're trying to win souls, whereas I'm trying to love God with all my heart, with all my strength, with all my soul. Inshallah. I'm convinced no one possesses power except God. La quwwata illa billah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Whereas what I would tell you Muslims now is to stick to the goals, the 4 goals that appear at the end of the Quran. Read those, put it in your homes, and read those constantly, because Surah Al-Falaq is very important, which goes, in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Say, I seek refuge in the Lord of daybreak, from the evils among His creation, from the evils of darkness as it falls, from the evils of the troublemakers, from the evils of the envious, from the evils of the envy, from the evils of the envious, from the envy. Because these Satanist people and these pagans, that's all they do. And that's what they believe in: darkness, troublemakers, trouble causers, evil of creations, like jinns, or animals who like snakes, or animals which are deadly predators. But the Satanists go around thinking it's do or die, whereas we know it's dawn and kill. They say do or die because they think they're a monster, and we're killers. They're monsters, we're killers. Now let me, and that's what it means. I don't want to say anything more. It ain't the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog in the day or the night. So I don't like dog fights or anything, but someone said that, and I remember it. The Christian said that, not a Muslim, but I don't know how far of a Christian he is. If he's Trinitarian, lying, blasphemous, or a Mason, deceiver, or even a Church of England tosser. that Jesus was a son of God or something. In the end, I wonder who will be purified on the day of resurrection and what. Inshallah. Now the Sunnis are falling into the white supremacist world, especially with all these pagan white people who've been travelling to the Middle East and come back and start mercenaries, turn into mercenaries and lying polytheists, no betters. Inshallah. Allahu Akbar. La quwwata illa billah. La ilaha illallah. That's what you got to pray for. My Lord, please, my Lord, purify me on the day of resurrection. Purify my soul. That's what you got to pray for. And those who believe. Inflicted AIDS on Africa, inflicted poverty around the world, inflicted diseases, and inflicted usury and speculative economies.
Ash, buy some flowers.
Alright.
And some chocolate. Congratulations. Enjoy. Steph, why are you drinking? Steph, don't eat some food downstairs. Downstairs.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. قل والله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر وسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.